Okay, so here we are. We're going to be doing a reading. And the question is what does organized religion look like? What does organized religion look like in the future? And kind of give a little bit of the first episode on this. I kind of gave a little my own personal background. And I kind of went through it, almost like a whiplash type of thing with religion. I was being too harsh on it because there are a lot of very, very good people of strong religious, bondage, and they're not bad people. They wouldn't harm a fly. And they would they'd be like in my heart, but where I'm at, how you treat your fellow man. But and that's from yeah. So it's like, but when I see what certain segments of that organized religion are doing to hurt and harm people, people are dying at the expense of somebody's religious ideals, somebody else's. You're willing to, take your life because you don't agree with what they say. And if it's just two opinions, that doesn't go somewhere. But when you're, that's what makes it even more hideous or horrendous, is when organized, legal governing structures, countries, literally can put you to death for your belief system. That would exist in this day and age. Saudi Arabia, maybe all the, they're the most extreme. Let's be honest, they are the most extreme. Uh, you know, uh, but Christianity, Judaism, they're right there, and they're positive and views based upon this, skewed mentality of what God is, has allowed them to justify, well, look right now, the Palestinians are just being slaughtered, all for a religious ideal. Netanyahu, he's fulfilling, in his mind, he's fulfilling a religious, uh, say, like this is destined. This is what God wants us to do. And I'm serious. It is. I kind of thought that, but then I actually heard him making some comment quoted from, or he was actually like some word, something he said about fulfilling Jerusalem's destiny or something like, I can't remember, but it was framed in that God's chosen people, and it's like so not to say that the Jews as a race have not suffered immeasurably from just evil-minded, evil-thought people, thought process. And ironically, there is this like, wow, what they're doing is exactly no different. Maybe the numbers are not going to match. Not that many people living in Palestine. Palestinians, I don't know, but still be in the millions, I bet. To eradicate, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to eradicate any future resistance. They just, hey, we don't want you to be bothered by any animosity or hate that you have for us for killing all of your men, women, and children. So we're just trying to get rid of all of you. So this won't be anything left to worry about. And we'll be free. And we'll be living in a country that God has given us. Millions of people dying. That's religion. Hey, Saudis. Muslims, the same thing in the Middle East there. I'm not religious scholars. And it's what I can really relate to, mentalities and attitudes is reflected in people's behavior. So, and they are always, I mean, as much as they can, tying this to a religious thing. Get people to think, yeah, this is what God wants us to do. You know, get everybody on board with this. This is your mandate from God. So their mandate is to kill them, and their mandate from God is to kill them. And ironically, they're the same God. Christian, Judaism, Islam, are all connected. Abraham. I mean, that's the principal connector. I mean, in the storyline. So they're all connected, and they want to kill each other. And it's kind of fucked, isn't it? Well, anyway, that's my mentality in religion, and it's like it's not so much that I don't know. I'm really mixed up on this. I definitely enjoy the fellowship of people in the church community, but at the same time, it's like I'm tired of the Bible stories. I've been through the Bible through this last church I was in. Not the last one, but the one before. That went in Hawaii. Probably at least 3 times from cover to cover. Old Testament through the New Testament. And all the study put into it as you're reading through it. It's like, it's like about a year at a time. Each time we do it, it may take a year to go through. So, I got somewhat familiar with some of the general themes. A lot of it, so much that I don't remember. But one thing, it seems like, why this God, this common God that these 3 religious groups have kind of glommed onto, he seems like a creation of man, because he doesn't seem to exhibit the kind of godly things. This is me, so hey, this is what I need for my comfort, my peace, my connection. But it's like, what God would kill any of us? In terms of jealous God, an angry God. No, God is none of those things. None of those things. Just all love and positive energy. These are all creations of man, of humankind. Yeah, so no, so I even just, and it's not that the stories aren't good and you can't get something out of it. Love your neighbor. Oh yes, Jesus' teachings exactly are so. Oh, the essence of it would just display pure love for sure, light and love. So, but I don't need to be affiliated with a church to have that connection, that spiritual connection. And so at that point in time, when I do go to a church, it's like thinking, well, I guess I'm looking for a connection. Like when you get within that community, you just feel drawn to it, and it's like, or to the message of this church here. I don't know. I still haven't said I wouldn't go back again, but it just felt like just the old church. Just it's an old message, and I don't know. I just I ask for guidance for that too. So yeah, but or it's like find a community of like-minded people who connect spiritually. And I don't mean like those are bad people. It's just like, it's like getting interjecting yourself into a close family reunion. You're just walking in as a stranger. I mean it's like, and it can be the most loving environment, and they make you welcome. But it's like you you know, it's like there's something that exists in this community that you haven't had access to, and it's a very big part of what this community is. So, and you make the right hit or the right connection with the right person, and maybe that's it. Like the last church in San Diego, La Mesa. We started going and met up right away. Got connected with this older couple. They were had religious education backgrounds. But Connie was, she was involved in administration for one of the major church affiliations. It's a very, very important position she had. She wrote a book. She published a book. And then Houston, her husband. This was a late marriage for them. They both had, they were previous. They were widowed. And so they met at a later age. He was, I guess he would have probably been in his 70s, and she'd have been maybe in her early 80s. And they just had like about 10-year life together, maybe 12, something like that. But he got pancreatic cancer and died at 86, I think, 88 or 86 to 88. She lived on. She was already older anyway, so she lived until she was 94. This was a short period of time, and we were in San Diego for 10 years, and for maybe the first 7 of our years, maybe say first 5 of our years, we're involved with Houston and Connie, and they both passed. So it was really a nice, neat relationship, and he was a professor, educate in religious studies or something. Yeah, very smart man. But anyway, he wrote a book. He had a published book too. And they felt more like my mindset and my feelings. It's like I'm not so hung up on all this, religiosity stuff. The passion play and all that stuff. I have no idea if that even took place. I'm not sure. I know that. See, that's the thing too. I got to the point where I just completely turned against all of it, and I just rejected it. And Jesus, the character Jesus, too. But I've come a little bit. I come back. I kind of rebounded back a little bit from that. Let me talk more about that in the next session.